Hey guys, what's going on? Okay, so this is part 2 and the final chapter of our, well, it's a multiple series saga, but anyway, the Trijicon ACOG Chinese clone, okay? And we did a part 1, just going over basically the features of it and looking at it and stuff like that, and I told you there had been a slight, the only problem I had with it, slight problem, wasn't really a slight problem, it was one big problem, was the point of impact completely drastically shifted. All right, and that's the last video. I took the thing I took it off the mount, I remounted it, Loctited it, all that, made it as good and strong on there as I could possibly get it, make sure that there's nothing wrong with the mount. Anything on the inside of the optic I'm not going to mess with because I'm not supposed to do that, and yeah, I don't work for this company. Anyway, that was weird. But that's what was going on. So we took it out to the range today. I just got back a little while ago, took a shower, and let's look at some of the targets, and we'll see how she did. All right, guys, here we are. So this was, like I said, August 26th. I may have said 28th, but it's the 26th. And this was my initial target, getting it sighted back in. I don't remember exactly which one of these shots was first, but I would shoot, I would adjust the optic and stuff like that. It was pretty easy to see which way it was going. I did not measure the clicks to see exactly how far they were, but they're either 1 or a half MOA at 100 yards. So basically we got it, we got a group, we get it moved over, yada yada yada, until at the end I was aiming here. Make sure you can see that. Yep, I was aiming here, and there you go. Now you can see a little bit better. And I was hitting here, okay? This is the PSA and this is with Federal 55 grain stuff, so pretty decent ammo, okay? It's bulk ammo, but it's not steel. It's not Tula or Wolf or anything like that. But I was able to get a pretty good group, a pretty respectable group of 1.71 inches, okay? And that was good for me. I was like, okay, let's carry on and let's do some more shooting and see what actually happens. So we move on from this target to this target. All right, make sure you can see that. There we go. Okay. Basically, I shot more than this. This was the one target that kind of did it for me. I was shooting a little bit here, shooting a little bit there. Basically, this is what happened. This is not adjustments, okay? What I'm saying, I'm not adjusting the optic. I'm aiming right here, trying to get hits right here, and the gun is shooting just completely off. I mean, I have a lateral stringing of 8.2 inches, okay? And it was consistent with what the other targets were, and I don't have them, I'm sorry, but this is the best representation of what was going on, okay? And so I was shooting those targets, they were all messed up. I decided to do it again on here. They weren't as bad as this, but they weren't consistent. They weren't 2-inch groups like the other target that we just looked at. They weren't like those were, and they were just opening up and moving around a little bit here and there. And then I shot this. I looked at it and I was like, holy cow, that is messed up. And then what I did was I just went straight over, just for comparison's sake, and I loaded up the same Federal 55 grain stuff, put it in the Colt, and fired in my opinion, a very good group, -1 flyer. So with the flyer, which I'm going to say that's me, because all these are 5-shot groups. So with that flyer, it's 4.11 inches, which is bad, but I'm going to say that's me because it shows itself right down here that it got a 1.28 inch group, which 1.28 inches, that's pretty good for me. That works. I have no issues with that at all, but that's what the Colt was doing with this same kind of ammo. And so if for whatever reason we had a bunch of stringing with the Colt too, then I'd say, hey, it's the ammo. I was shooting some other stuff, and it would hit like a gong, like an 8-inch gong or whatever. Trying to think of what sizes I had. It would not consistently hit the Palmetto State, would not consistently hit the little 4-inch gongs that I have. They're either 4 or 3-inch, I can't remember. But then there's like it's like a quarter or something size silhouette. I think it's like 8 inches by, I don't know, 5 inches or something like that. And it would hit it pretty consistently. So for combat effectiveness or whatever, it would work, but there was obviously something wrong with it. The optic had finally basically had finally given out, and it had decided it didn't want to work very well. So enough said about that. This is what I was getting, and then just to show again that it's not just the ammo, I went ahead. All right. So then, just to prove the point that it wasn't just the ammo that was acting up, this is my target for the Colt, shooting the same 55 grain stuff, and I thought I was shooting 5-round groups. Okay, so maybe I just ended up loading 4 rounds, but I know I did not have an 8-inch flyer off somewhere. So either at keyhole or I only loaded 4 right here. But I got a 1.54, so 1.5-inch group right here, and then down here, that's a 308. These two are not. I'm not counting these. These are different guns. But I have a 5-shot group right here of 1.42, so just under 1.5 inches. That's with the Federal 55 grain stuff right out of the Colt. So that's basically it for me, and confirming in just a wild, like a drastic, how would you say it? It's like the tortoise and the hare, and all of a sudden the hare caught up and ran ahead. Everybody thought the hare would win, the Colt being the hare, and the tortoise being the Palmetto State. Palmetto State was doing great, and then all of a sudden at the finish line, it just puckered out and it died. And then the Colt ran ahead and stole the gold. Well, guys, there you go. So we had first off, we had the radical, like 3-foot point of impact shift that was totally bizarre and messed up and off balance for what this thing had been doing. Had been doing very, very well, and I was very pleased with it. And then it decided to poop out. So it pooped out, and there you go. That's what we got. So as you saw from the targets and stuff, we were able to get it back zeroed. But then once we started shooting it some more, and I'm assuming that something inside has gotten messed up, and so it just won't hold a zero very well. You saw the one target where I had the shots from this rifle and the Colt, and it was just an 8-inch vertical stringing, and I'm not, the best shot in the world, but I'm not that bad. Like, that's pretty bad. I'm shooting from a rest, with a bag. It's not that bad, okay? And it kind of, none of the groups, and I didn't save those targets, but none of the groups that I was able to shoot with it compared to what it used to be, okay? What this optic had been doing and holding true and stuff like that, besides the one where we got it sighted in, like, that was okay. And then once we started shooting it again, then it just started bouncing here and there and just messing up. So overall, what do I think of this optic, okay? That's really what a lot of people have been asking, what a lot of people are kind of interested in, whatever. I will say this right up. If you're looking for a serious optic for a serious rifle for legit use, look somewhere else, all right? For $90, I'm sure you could find another optic or something that would serve you better, okay? I'm sure there are optics out there. For a little bit more, save up a little bit more money, you could get a Holosun, or you could get some kind of Vortex or something. Get a name brand thing like used off eBay, and just because it's used doesn't mean it's bad. It's just means you're able to get a better deal on it. That's what I would suggest. Now, for the positive side of this, if you're getting this for basically like you want a rifle that looks like this, okay? You want an inexpensive rifle and you want an optic on it that looks good, and you're just going to go play with it at the range. It's nothing serious, or not necessarily hunting with it. Definitely not using it for like a self-defense kind of thing. It's just you get to shoot it and have fun with it. Then by all means, go pick up something like this and try to get a cheaper one, because buying a $90 one, the best quality knockoff that I could find like this, cost me $91. Well, you could probably get the exact same thing just from a different Chinese, distributor, or whoever distributor. You could probably get it for a lot less than that. Probably, maybe even half that. I think I've seen them around 50. A guy on here commented that there was one for like 70 or something like that. So you can definitely knock off, 20 bucks or 20, 30 bucks, I would think. And just to have something like this, just to have fun with and play with, by all means, have fun, knock yourself out, like, it's great. That's what it's used for. I would not, like I said again, I do not recommend this for any kind of serious use, but for the casual shooter, putting it like on a Smith & Wesson M&P 1522, something like that has very low recoil, and it's just fun to shoot, yeah, do that. I mean, why spend $1,000 on a real Trijicon to put on, a $300, $400 gun? Kind of weird, in my opinion. Not weird. if you got the money, by all means, go for it. But if you just want to have fun and shoot around, get something like that. Anyway, I hope that was helpful for y'all. I hope I didn't drag this whole thing out way too long and just burst everybody's bubble by saying, don't buy the optic. Well, like I've already said, and I'll say it one more time, and then I'm done. For serious use, look somewhere else. But for fun, just go get it. It's fine. I have no problems with it for fun. Anyway, hope that was helpful. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Let me know in the comments below if you want. I probably will start doing it anyway. I'll probably try to link my my what is it called? Instagram thing. I have one. I don't really use it, but I've been thinking about using it a little bit, just to kind of get more stuff out there. You know, it's a lot easier to just take a picture and say something about it. You know, so that there's, you know, so when there's big gaps of time, like it was nearly a week between the time I put out that last video and the video before that, you know, and I could have put some other stuff in there. Like I'm getting some stuff in the mail, you know, like a blade, what's that for, you know, stuff like that. You know, if you would be interested in that kind of stuff, I'll go ahead and I'll try to link it in there. I don't know exactly how to do that. I'm not super, like, nerdy savvy kind of stuff, but I'm going to start working on it and figuring that stuff out. But let me know if that interests y'all. Anyway, enough rambling. Y'all be good. You be safe. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.